made the executive decision to end the Single at 45 series because the direction in which it went was never my intention. I made those videos for a very specific group of people. I am not a content creator. My following is small. It is literally friends, family, and people who know me in real life, through business, through class, through work. I'm not a content creator, again. So when the first video went viral, I was like, I was so confused. In fact, I turned the comments off because I was overwhelmed, because that's not what my intention was. My intention was to talk through the reason why I am unmarried. Be clear, single in my world only means unmarried. I never told y'all I wasn't in a relationship. Y'all came up with that on y'all own. I let y'all do whatever y'all saw fit, but that's not ever what I said. And the way that concept spiraled into this really weird, really sad man versus woman thing, like at first it was cool, but then it was like, wait a minute. Even once I got to the point of like, okay, I'm not responding no more, it was still people under the post arguing with each other, disrespecting each other, calling each other names, trying to prove their point. I allowed it to go too far. I take full responsibility. One of the gentlemen that remixed the video in a horrible manner actually inboxed me and said, don't take it the wrong way. It's not you. I actually agree with what you're saying, but it's business. I bet you get more followers from this. And I did. And it was like, that's not what I did this for. That's not what I did this for. I started talking about these things on social media because I've always said I am the exception to no rule. If I'm going through something, then there's somebody else somewhere that also is going through it. So like, let's work through it together. That's always been my premise. I've never been the black woman who was anti-black man. I've never been the one to even argue on social media. So how I allowed this to get her, again, I didn't do it by myself. But I take responsibility for it, and it literally ends today. If you got something negative and nasty to say, even if you're not talking to me, I'm blocking you. We're not doing this no more. We not. Now, what I am going to do is do a new series on the differences between men and women. Because there's no way I said apple, banana, pineapple, and a man heard me say monkey, dog, zebra. There's no way that should happen, not at this age. Our comprehension skills should be a little bit more enhanced, that we should at least be able to understand what each other is saying, whether we agree or we don't.